Hi, good morning. I wanted to talk this time about our scaling workshop. This is a one-day workshop that we do that a lot of people find very valuable. So what do we mean by scaling to begin with? So it has many meanings, many different uses of the term by different people. And we could address almost any of them in this workshop, and to some degree or another almost always do. But the main one that we want to talk about is how do we get three teams, or maybe a little bit more, a little bit less, but how do we get three teams to work together on one product, usually a relatively messy product? And so for that problem particularly, and maybe for some of these others, we think we have a better solution than many are offering. That is to say, this scaling workshop. So what do you need in our opinion, from a lot of experience, what you need is a customized solution that fits your specific situation, which is to a fair degree unique. You don't need it completely customized, totally different than any other situation that where scaling has existed. We're not really saying that, but we do think it needs to be unique and at least to a fair degree customized. Um, so you want to achieve clarity, both clarity about the problem and clarity about the situation, and then again clarity about the solution. You also want buy-in on the problem from a small, usually a small, but really even a bigger, but particularly a small group of people. I'm going to say 5 or 10 people. You want buy-in not only on the problem, but also buy-in on the solution. And by that we mean what can we do in a certain relatively small number of months. You also therefore want that solution to be realistic. That is to say, something that can be done in something like 3 to 6 months. That's at least typically what people want. So therefore, you want something rather simpler than what some of the other scaling approaches seem to be offering. Simpler, not so much in the sense that your situation is so much simpler than others, but rather that you've got to have something that you can implement in 3 to 6 months. So you might want to, after that time, think about adding additional complexity to it to some degree. But the first thing is to get the benefit of the first few changes that you can make, and usually you can only make those changes over a fairly good sized period, like 3 to 6 months. Okay, so here's our proposal. Have a workshop, bring 5 to 10 people from your company, and maybe in the workshop there would be also 5 to 10 people from another company. Bring along 1 to 2 coaches. I'm thinking myself at the moment, but 1 or 2 coaches that are in addition to these people. Okay, the first thing we do, we work together to clarify what is the problem, what is the current state of things, the current situation. So we try to draw pictures and make sure that's clear with to everybody, and everybody, as they say, feels like they can see it. We also discuss and choose from several known patterns for addressing these different problems. So we may talk about and then reject, and then talk about and then accept a whole bunch of different patterns or ways of addressing these different issues. And in some way, we're trying to prioritize what are the most important issues to address. Then the group will help you identify how to implement those changes in your organization. Not always easy, not always entirely clear, but at least we'll give you the best help we can. How would we go about implementing, and you've got to buy into this, how would we go about implementing these changes? What's the result? The result is you've got a lot more clarity about what the problem is, and not only you, but all your group, your 5 to 10 people. You've got clarity on the solution, and about both of those, you've got buy-in from your people. They didn't necessarily agree on every detail, but at least they had a chance to influence the rest of the group, and therefore they're usually much more bought in to both the problem and the solution than they've ever been before. You have something that at least feels like it can be implemented in 3 to 6 months. That is to say, the people there, or at least people that you have back at the office, can actually implement that stuff, those changes, in that period of time and start getting real benefits. By the way, we just want to note the solutions are often, at least individually, one pattern at a time, fairly straightforward, fairly easy to understand. What the hard part is for people as they look at it is, well, how do I actually get this to happen in a somewhat professional, somewhat coordinated way at our place? That's the implementation part is the hard part. They come in with the ideas, not so hard, at least in our experience. Okay, enough said about all that. We wanted to give you a quick introduction in a few minutes. You've got some ideas. We hope they're intriguing enough to you that you will contact us. We would love to work with you on this. We do schedule these in public situations in different cities around the country and the world. So you're certainly welcome to join those, or we can do an in-house course for you. In any case, please contact us. We'd love to talk more. Have a good day. Have a good afternoon. Thanks. Bye.